The plague of fandoms has existed for years and years to come. It has caused people to turn away from the things they love or make their love stronger. It has made people not even want to check out any shows, movies, music, etc. due to the nature of the fandom. Certain fandoms have been dubbed toxic fandoms for either their overbearing obsession or just completely rude to the quote-unquote haters. However, I'm not here to just trash on fandoms, but more talk about what exactly makes a toxic fandom. Do they start out this way, or is it just this progression as it gets more popular? I'm going to try and break it down to 2 things that I think make a toxic fandom. If you think there's anything I miss or disagree on, leave it in the comments. This is a pretty simple thing to agree that the obsession of a fandom can make it toxic. This can lead people to loving a character or creator so much that any sort of criticism isn't accepted. There are some other weird obsessions like shipping characters that can also make a fandom toxic. My Hero Academia fans love to ship characters that don't even have any romantic ties in the anime. This has created a fandom more obsessed with the Deku and Bakugo being gay than the actual anime itself. Deku and Uchako are the love interests, but now you're considered homophobic if you dare say Deku is straight. Shipping can be a whole other video if I'm being honest. Other obsessions of a fandom could involve anything from a musician's personal life or even characters' voices. I'm looking at you, Undertale. I'll explain this. The Undertale fandom decided that the characters had specific voices despite there being no voice acting in the game. It was left to your imagination. However, if you dared to change the voices in your playthrough, you got a bunch of hate, which is what happened to Markiplier. He stopped playing till much later and then decided not to give a crap about what everyone wanted to see and only focused on how he wanted to enjoy the game, which is the point of the game.
You know what? Screw it! Why should I tell you that story when you're about to die? Okay, thank you. I actually appreciate this. Bing! Okay.
You're standing in the way of everybody's hopes and dreams.
No one's gonna like this voice right. This is the worst voice I can give this character. But just look at that smirk!
The obsessions with these little things in general can lead people to be very close-minded to certain things about the fandoms, like what's their favorite Star Wars movie, what's the best Michael Jackson song. Everyone seems to want to be a collective mind and have the same opinions. The reason for this attitude is a perfect segue to the second part, which is, this, in my opinion, is the root of a toxic fandom. The fans identifying with a character or artist. Swifties are notorious for this. The fandom that is most about self-identification is the furry fandom. The idea is creating your own persona that's supposed to be your character. This makes it easier for some people to be themselves, wearing a mask if they're shy. This does lead to certain creeps in the furry community to be themselves, which is revealed to be into animals. Once someone sees themselves as a character, everything is taken very personal. You can't say anything bad about the character. This leads to the entire thing they're into being sacred to them. I do find it nice when people relate to a character or even look up to that character, but fully identifying your personality with it is just too much. I get it if it's done as a joke or just to have fun, because me and my friends do that all the time. I do want to say I'm not saying every fandom is like this, or even everyone in a fandom is toxic. There's furries that are cool people, because I'm friends with some of them. This isn't meant to be hateful, just something I've seen happen over and over again, and wondering why. Groups that are meant to be positive instead turn sour when people start taking things too far. Swifties go as far to dox people online just because they don't like Taylor Swift, or show any criticism, or quote-unquote hate towards her. A YouTuber named meatcanyon experienced Swifties when he made a hilarious video about their Taylor Swift. They collectively harassed him online, which was ironic considering his video was about them being a hive mind. Way to prove the joke to be true. I want to know what everyone else thinks is what happens. I've wondered if it has anything to do with the target audience, or does it even matter because there's Disney adults, so I don't know. Thank you for watching. I'm curious about this discussion. I cannot give a definitive answer as to why this happens, and plus, every fandom has a different answer, I think. I don't think it's all the same problem, but I'm up for the discussion in the comments.